What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. I am Ramon. I'm here to speak with the landlords, and I got a little something for the tenants towards the end of this video. Landlords, beware, beware, landlords, beware of who you're renting to today, who your new tenants will be. As most of us, if not all of us, know, the eviction moratorium was just lifted. And you're going to find a lot of people looking for apartments. Last week, myself, I received numerous calls, people looking for apartments. And I believe some of these folks are folks who either have gotten evicted, are going through an eviction process, or were asked to move for whatever reason. So please be careful, beware. Do an extensive background search on these tenants, on these new tenants. Not just a credit check, that's good. Background check is good, but check your local, your state housing court. Okay, here in Connecticut, our housing court does a fabulous job listing and documenting every single court case that goes through their court system. Regarding an eviction, anything dealing with housing, evictions, lapse of time, criminal activity, blight, you name it, it's there. And all you have to do is punch someone's name into the computer, and if they've been through the system for whatever reason, the housing court system, it'll pop up, it'll show up, and it'll tell you exactly what's going on and what the status is of that case. So it's very important that landlords check those housing court listings. That's here in Connecticut. I don't know about other states, but I'm sure there's some way to find out if a tenant has been evicted. Here, I go beyond Connecticut. I check New York, New Jersey. I go as far as New Jersey, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. I try to do an extensive background check. I've tried lately, the last 2-3 years I've been doing it, because people are moving. They're mobile. They are moving left and right. They're not afraid to pick up and move. And that's what's happening now. You're going to get a lot of people who are either going through an eviction or have been evicted looking for apartments. And so you want to prevent renting an apartment to someone who gave the previous landlord a hard time. So please do your background check. Another thing is, you can here in Connecticut, they allow us to collect 2-month security and the first month rent. My advice to a lot of landlords, to all you landlords, I would request all 3 payments. I would request all the security you can get, and the first month I would ask for that for new coming tenants. It's their money. You put it into a bank account and it's escrowed, and they receive interest, very little interest, as we know, from the bank, but they receive interest. And when they leave, if they give you the keys and the apartment is intact and they don't owe you any money, no court evictions, no court filings or anything like that, then you have, here in Connecticut, we have 30 days to return that money to the tenant. So there you have it, landlords. Do your background check. It's getting tough out there. As we know, I know tenants, and I know landlords that haven't gotten rent since last March. Okay, and they couldn't do anything. The eviction moratorium was in place, and now it was lifted, and people are just moving. Now they're deciding to move and go look for a place. So, and I'm gonna tell you, tenants, I'm gonna speak to the tenants right now. If you can avoid an eviction process, by all means avoid it, because you're gonna get landlords now, doing that background check and checking everything. And if your name is on an eviction list in your state, chances are your landlord's not gonna rent to you. So, tenants, do what you can. Communicate with your landlord. Okay? Communicate. Speak with him. Try to work something out. Either a payment plan or some type of arrangement Okay, if not, maybe you should just move out and leave before he or she starts an eviction on you. You don't want that eviction on your belt, folks. If you're a renter, it's going to be very difficult. I can tell you, all my buddies, including myself, that's the first thing we go to is the housing court, and we check to see if you've been evicted or are going to or are going through a current eviction. That's core now. That's what we used to do with our, we used to check credit. Credit was big back then, and now it's like, if you've been evicted, no one wants to touch you. So tenants, please avoid an eviction at all cost. It can be done if you just communicate and deal with your landlord and be honest, be upfront with your landlord. I know we all go through situations, we all go through tough times, but there's always a mean of communication. When you're avoiding your landlord, when the landlord is texting you and he's going to the house and he's ringing the doorbell and you're not open, you're avoiding him, he's calling you, he's sending you letters and you're avoiding him. That's no good, tenants. It's no good. Deal with your landlord. Deal with the situation at hand. Confront it. Don't hide from it, because it's only going to get worse. And especially if you got a family, you're going to find yourself homeless, because no one's going to want to rent to you. That's all from me. There you have it, folks. If you can't hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, I am Ramon Garcia.